The secret to head kicks is loose hips. It doesn't matter how flexible you are, you need to be mobile within the joint. It's all about turning your hips over when it comes to head kicks. Because yes, I can touch my toes, but it doesn't mean I can head kick. This is a daily mobility exercise plan that you can do to improve your head kicks. Exercise number 1, I'm gonna get an elevated bar. You could have a box at home, you could put it on a shelf, it's totally up to you. But I'm gonna put my foot straight onto there. I'm then gonna turn my toe inwards to a 90-degree angle and turn it back. This is helping the mobility in my hip, and it is helping turn it over. Because when it comes to head kicks, you don't kick straight up, you turn the kick over. Make sure you do it both legs. But this is exercise number 1, and this is one of the most beneficial ones that you can do at the start to help loosen up those hips. Number 2, you want some sort of pole or anything that you can hold onto. I am going to do this nice and controlled. I'm going to go out straight with my foot, keeping my toe pointed at the angle. I don't want to point it towards the sky, I'm going to point it in front and then back down. Try and keep your body as straight as you can. I don't want to see this. It's not the point of this drill. We're going to do it nice and controlled, engage the glutes and back down. This is going to help you be mobile in those end ranges. Make sure, as always, you do both legs. Nice and controlled. And if you're worried about the sets and the reps, I'm going to go through that at the end of the video. Number 3, I'm then going to bring my knee nice and high. I'm going to extend my foot and bring it back. Extend my foot, bring it back. You will feel this in your hip and it will burn quite a lot. If that's too easy by holding the pole, you can work your balance at the same time. I can just be out, go out and go in, go out, go in. If you want to replicate the kicks hand movements as well, I can go out and go in, go out, go in. The good thing about holding on to something just means you can hold it a little bit longer at that end range and you're really going to feel the burn. If you want to help improve the mobility, I do recommend using a support, just to allow you to hold it at that end range. The longer you can hold this for, the stronger and more efficient you're going to become in these head kicks. Exercise number 4, a kettlebell. I'm going to spread my legs. Oh, yes. I'm going to have the kettlebell on the inside. Don't lean back. Keep your weight over the top. Come round here, please, Adam. I don't want to see this for your back. That is awful. Try and keep it as straight as you can. Puff your chest out, pinch your shoulders back. Gonna have a hand either side, and then gonna lift my foot over the top and back. And you will pull funny faces. And try not to do this. Even I can feel myself going back a little bit, but I wanna try and keep my weight over the top. And this is really gonna help the mobility within my hips and strengthen up that joint. Make sure we do it both sides. If I bring my foot in and then attempted this, it's going to be so much easier. To make it harder, spread those legs and then, oh, that is stiff, go for that. I've had a hard week, guys. My hips are stiff from jiu-jitsu. On to the final exercise. I literally just did this at the gym. It was a mobility session for me today. And this is one of my favorite ones to stretch out my hips. I'm going to get in a lunge position. I'm going to sit on the box. This foot here is going to go straight back. I don't want it bent like this. Get it all the way back, nice and straight. And I'm going to do this nice and controlled. I'm going to turn into my knee and then turn away, like so. I don't want to see this. I'm not engaging my hip. Make sure you straighten that back leg out and push your hip down to the ground. And then you're really going to flex this here. This is a great one to help the range of movements because in kicking, you also turn your body. It is not just your legs. You want to connect your lower back with your hip movements. When it comes to sets and reps, it is all down to the individual, but this is what I can recommend. I don't know why these are on the floor. Just someone lobbed them, and it wasn't me. We've got 5 exercises. We are going to do the same for all 5. We're going to do 3 sets times 10 reps. I'm gonna do that on both sides. And then, once you've done one exercise, you're just gonna do the same on the other, and then the other, and then the other, and then the other. And that is a daily mobility program that you can do to make your hips majestically loose to whip in those head kicks and get those knockouts. If you want to learn how to apply some techniques to throw some head kicks, check out the link below at www.swainoskills.com, and there is 1,000 techniques that you can go through at your own pace and your own accord. And you can learn to knock people out like Leon Edwards and put them out to nap nap. I'll see you in the next one. Bish, bash, bosh, pow!